Grew up in the home, but that's the perfect role model. So I do it in the...
Hi, everyone. We've got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. This one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got Javonte Green, and it's Ingram in at the shooting guard position. And for Dallas, Washington and Lively hold down the post for them. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving, are the guard set, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. One thing Shams here talked about, banning top 10 pick protections in trades. Why is that?
We saw Dallas absorb a big fine a couple years ago, but then they drafted Derek Lively, and it truly worked out for them. So if you're going to avoid that, maybe it's better to change the trade rules to avoid those kinds of incentives. But Dallas really, I think if they could do that over again and absorb the fine, they would want it to be double the amount, the way that Derek Lively looked and the way that he played.
Well said. I totally agree. Here's Boston after Luka Doncic's bucket.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Doncic, coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Pass to Thompson, a 3 ball. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Pelicans. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd, and their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. I just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. Jacks up a 3, and that's good. Luka Doncic for 3. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
You cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay every time.
Here's Ingram, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Thompson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Well, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution. Maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those 2 teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are 2 teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
Here's Doncic. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's Irving. A shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ingram. Washington against Green. Ingram outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 7 points for Brandon Ingram.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Pass to Misi. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Another one falls for New Orleans. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. On the wing, Doncic. 7 points in the game. Baseline J on the way.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for Green. Robinson Earl, the pass to Ingram. Here's Boston. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Pass to Lively. And here is Washington. Thompson outside for the three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mike Powell comes in for Derek Lively. And it's Najee Marshall in for Klay Thompson. Outside Irving. Over Ingram. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Irving's got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 1. Over Marshall. And it's Ingram missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
That's tipped. Alvarado up top. Guarded by Doncic. Got that one up quick.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Brandon Ingram.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. But there's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Brandon Ingram has become a foundational player. DJ McCollum says he wants to be great. To be great, you have to be able to create. When you're selfless and you're willing to do whatever it takes to win, it becomes contagious. McCollum praised BI's feel, IQ, and commitment to the game. Kevin?
Not as committed as you are, David. Hey, thank you so much for that. Now, here's Doncic. Here's Boston. Nifty move. Over Marshall. Boston, no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Doncic fires from way outside. Dallas again missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one, but is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
And so here is Dallas. The Pelicans make their last shot. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Powell dishes to Doncic. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Alvarado with it. That's tipped.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pelicans trail by 4. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pulls up on the elbow. Misses off the right iron. Gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
So it's the Mavericks now. They lead by 4. So Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by. And that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. So the Pelican 5 right now. Javonte Green is out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Daniel Tice. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Hawkins in at the 2 spot. Now here's Dinwiddie. No scoring in this one. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 6 to shoot. Alvarado passes to Hawkins. It's good. This game is all even. Hawkins has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
Goes up on the wing, and he gets the bucket. 7 points in the game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Kyrie Irving. Pass to Hawkins. Stolen by Thompson. Dinwiddie outside. Lively with it. Defended by Tice. Now here's Marshall to the paint. Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Alvarado. Here is Hawkins. And Tice gets it to go. Tice has got his first 2 points of the night. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Thompson, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
5th in 3-point shooting, and they are in the top 10 in team scoring. Really good offensive execution. This is a tricky team to defend.
And up there in the top 5 in field goal percentage, as you said, a very efficient offense, and it helps that they can train shots from all over the floor. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Mavericks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but out of the Kumbo. And Jokic. I mean, the names go on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Pass to Misi. Here's Alvarado. three-pointers off the mark. Last outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to Los Angeles. Dinwiddie outside. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists tonight. Ingram kicks to Hawkins. Pass to Messi. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Kleba finds Thompson. Shoots over Ingram. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. And it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
Now here's Thompson. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Thompson with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And they get it. And Lively pulls it down. Dallas leading by 7. Thompson passes to Grimes. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Ingram outside. New Orleans moving it around. The 19-foot shot. Yep, that one goes in there. Ingram's got 13.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack. But they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. Second, the Pelicans.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Ingram against Thompson. Doncic outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Doncic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Ingram. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Making it look so easy right now. Once Ingram catches fire like this, he finds ways to stay hot.
Now, here's Thompson. His last outing with 20 points. There's a screen by Washington. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now here's Thompson. 9 points in the game so far. Lively sends a screen for Doncic. Boston grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 5. Over Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Dallas has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Marshall. And here's Thompson. 5 on the clock. From deep, Washington buries it from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me.
Shams Toronto, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, the Pelicans know that chemistry is key. They've got plenty of talent. But Brandon Ingram says there is sacrifice in figuring out how to win. And I know New Orleans hasn't seen winning. We don't have a banner in our arena. We're just trying to draw closer and closer together. All I want to do is win. Kevin?
They've got talent, David, that's for sure. Thank you. Here's Ingram after the made shot from Klay Thompson. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Ingram missing. And here is Washington. Back to Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And so it's Dallas going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
When I look at the Mavericks, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Dallas Mavericks.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Luka Doncic out there with Thompson. And it's Prosper in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now, here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. Pass to Ingram. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Boston.
When Lively's on you like this, with all his size and length, it's hard to get a shot off on it.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dallas. Now here's Ingram. He's got 15. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Ingram's got 17 now. Mavericks leading by 12. Doncic looking it over. Up top, Washington. Over Green. It's good from the top of the key. Washington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Now here's Ingram. 17 points in the game. Here's Messi. Pass to Boston. Clock at 4. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now Doncic, 21 points in the game. Lively sets a screen for Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Ingram. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Here's Boston. Off target with his 3.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Outside Irving. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 17. 6 on the shot clock. Over Irving. And that one's good. Ingram's got 19 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Outside Irving. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Messi. Pass to Robinson Earl. Here's Messi. To the middle. Here's Boston. Off on the layup.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Washington passes to Lively. Back to Washington. Banked in off the glass. Washington's got 10 points in the game.
You know, Washington brings terrific strength to his inside game. He plays with quite a bit of force and fought his way into that shot.
So for the Pelicans, Trey Murphy comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Ingram. Here's Alvarado. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Doncic passes to Irving. Back to Doncic. Over Alvarado. Doncic, no good. Pelicans trail by 17. Pass to Alvarado. There's the 3. Sinks the triple. Alvarado's got his third basket of the night right there.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Doncic outside. The screen from Thompson. Green with the block. Fast break, here they come. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Mavericks fourth.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for Dallas. Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Hawkins checked in for the Pelicans. And they double up Doncic. Thompson for three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. A shot by Messi, no good. Mavericks leading by 12. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hawkins with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Pass to Hawkins. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Messi. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. The shot by Hawkins, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Dinwiddie is screen on Hawkins. The three for Doncic. Oh, Doncic with a confident three ball.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Checked in for Dallas. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Pelicans.
Substitution on the court.
Pelicans trail by 15. Pass to Hawkins. Back to Alvarado. Shoots the three. A three-pointer is right on target. 12 points for him.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
1:46 left in the third. Doncic passes to Marshall. Tipped away. Alvarado with the steal. Here's Boston. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Pelicans trail by 8. Here is Hawkins. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. This is his first free throw of the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
The Pelicans making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and here's Doncic from the arc, and the three ball is good. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Alvarado, guarded by Doncic. The shot, no good. Dallas leading by 9, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Powell, no good. New Orleans gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Doncic outside. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Mavericks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Good D, good pull. Understand something, one shot, one rebound, and let's go. We take care of the ball, get good shots, and get back on defense. Keep talking.
Efficiency, fundamentals, that's what I'm hearing from Jason Kidd right there.
Yeah, and there's a toughness to the way they're playing right now, and they're communicating. That's what Coach wants to keep seeing.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jose Alvarado. He's out there with Hawkins. Trey Murphy is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Kane in at power forward. Here's Irving. And the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. Dinwiddie dishes to Irving. It's stolen by Alvarado. Hawkins with it. New Orleans moving the ball around. Kane, the pass to Tice. Here's Kane. He's covered by Washington. Kane, no luck.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And Marshall kicks to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. Clock at 6. Shoots over Alvarado. And it's Irving missing. Pelicans trail by 7, and it's Alvarado in the corner. Here's Tice. Great D that time from Powell. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Dinwiddie showing you some of that strength, excelling at taking the hit and working his way through it.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Reeves is checked in.
At the lock for 1, Dinwiddie.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Alvarado. Dinwiddie covering.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Free throw good, Alvarado.
You know, if they want to come away with the dub, I think they just need to keep knocking down these free throws.
Herbert Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. But we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Now here's Irving. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Yeah, this part of the game is coming back for Kyrie. It's always been there, but he's showing more of it now.
Pass to Hawkins. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Now Alvarado. Dinwiddie covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie with the steal. Irving finds Washington. Count it. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
You got to appreciate Kyrie Irving's court awareness. Outstanding. Finding open teammates.
Now Alvarado. No coverage that time.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Powell, that's good. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hawkins against Irving. Fires from deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Powell. And that's now 19 points for Kyrie Irving. Here's Alvarado. Out to the right wing. Here's Tice. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hawkins against Dinwiddie. The shot by Hawkins, no good. Mavericks leading by 12. Irving passes to Washington. Pelicans with the rebound. Alvarado with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Locked up there for Powell. It's picked off. Now here's Jones. There's the triple. And it's Irving with the rebound. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. From 15 feet away, the shot off that time. Pelicans trail by 12. Alvarado passes to Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. The game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded, and the layup falls. Doncic has got 32 points. Pelicans trail by 9. Pass to Ingram. Shoots over Hardy. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Now, here's Hardy. And here is Doncic to the inside. Lively. And finished off by Lively.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And it's blocked.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Lively, that's good.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Pelicans trail by 11. Here's Boston. Here's Ingram. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ingram's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And you know, as time goes on, Ingram continues to embrace more responsibility. He wants to be the focal point of this offense.
Here's Doncic. Luka blows right through the contact.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Doncic with the steal. Pushing it up. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarded.
And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Now here's Ingram, and he banks in the layup. That's 28 points for Brandon Ingram.
You know, you look at Ingram, and he's slight of build, and some folks question whether he could be an effective inside scorer in the NBA with every bucket like that. Those questions are being answered.
Here's Ingram. Pass to Nisi. 1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Missed inside. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Mavericks.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And good that time. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
And Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. I mean, backs against the wall, and they delivered.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, Luka, another win for you, but the games keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
I mean, compete, you know, the way we compete today from the start till the end. The game is never over, and just compete.
I think it's important that you compete. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Luka Doncic.